Welcome back to the African History Network show right here on 910 a.m. the Superstation, the Future Radio. I'm your host, Brother Michael Imhotep. It is Sunday, June 12th, 2022, and we are live. All right, on the line, we're joined by Director Amadeuz Christ. We've had him on the show before. He's the director of the documentary Out of Darkness, and his new documentary, Heavy is the Crown, is in that series, and it deals with the African origins of the major world religions. So we want to welcome back to the African History Network show, Director Amadeuz Christ. Hotep, brother, how you doing tonight?
Hotep, brother. Imhotep, how you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm all right, man. Just busy, man. Doing a whole lot, man, and teaching online history classes. So yeah, it's hectic, brother. But it's good to hear you again. We talked about 3 or 4 weeks ago, but it's good to have you on the show again. So there's a screening coming up Wednesday, June 15th, 7 p.m. at Nanny's Knowledge Cafe. But give people a synopsis of the new documentary, Heavy is the Crown.
Ooh, okay, a synopsis. So in this part of the film, it's Heavy is the Crown is a project. It's not just one film. Okay. So it's a living, breathing, organic, ongoing project that's going to have, films, and a lot of other ancillary products. Okay. And surprises. I just can't give away everything, but in this film, what we do is we deal with the African origins of what we're calling today religion, right? Western religion. Right. So we focus on the concept of mythology, and we delve into the original mythologies, the original, as Kaba would frame it, the original mythological stories. Right. That kind of birth what we would call organized religion today, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have a hard time with the concept of myth and religion, because we are programmed to believe whatever spiritual path or whatever religion that we belong to, or whatever religious club we choose to associate with. We just tend to kind of take everything literally and believe everything as actual fact. Right. When, for instance, the Bible itself is made of various allegories, and Jesus Christ himself taught in parables, which are stories that are used to illustrate truths. Yeah, 80% of the Bible is written in allegory, hyperbole, metaphors, and things like that. Yeah, in parables. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Right. So what we do is we show you the original African, the first recorded mythology that birthed what we again are deeming, like the modern drama, right? Right. Religious, just the story itself, the concept, even the comic book or the film strip or a film. These are the first stories that were ever told, and for the most part, they kind of originate with agriculture and agricultural science. Right. And let me do this quickly. Having to do with nature and planting and harvesting, and life, death, resurrection, rebirth. Right. Along those lines. So let me do this, Amadeuz, right quick, and I want you to continue. I want to give my quick disclaimer. Now, we may say some things that are outside the circumference of your own awareness. Just because you disagree with them or don't like them or never heard them before does not mean that they are not true. It just means you have to do some research to understand what we're talking about. Okay, so just because you know everything that you know about what you know does not mean you know everything there is to know about what you know. There's still things that exist outside the circumference of your own awareness. Okay, so you're referring to the Asarian drama, correct? Absolutely. Okay, so go ahead and talk about that briefly, and then we want to talk about the screening taking place on Wednesday, June 15th at Nanny's Knowledge Cafe. Sure. So the Asarian drama is essentially the story of a family. It's the story of the father, whose name is Asar. Right. People know him as Osiris, the Greek name Osiris. His wife, Isis, That's her Greek name. Her African name is Offset.
Correct.
And what happens is Osiris's brother, whose name is Set, which we would later derive the name Satan or Shaitan.
Right.
The evil brother essentially is jealous of Asar, and he basically murders him. He cuts his body into 14 pieces and scatters them throughout the land.
Right.
And in the story, Offset, his wife, when she discovers this, she gathers his body. She gathers pretty much all of the pieces except one, which is his phallus symbol,
right.
His phallus. And she essentially reconstructs his body. She wraps the body in bandages, anoints it with oil, and in that process, she becomes impregnated by the spirit of Asar, the spirit of her dead husband. Mm-hmm. And in doing so, she gives birth to a child, and the child, the son, his name is Heru, or what we know in the Greek as Horus.
Right.
And essentially, the son, she raises this in captivity, and the son grows up, and he does battle with his evil uncle Set, who murdered his father, and he avenges the death of his father.
Exactly.
And in doing so, in defeating his evil uncle, he transforms into a falcon, and Heru becomes the king or the ruler of the physical world. And his father is resurrected, and he becomes the Lord of Judgment, or the Lord of the underworld.
Right, the judgment scene.
So it's the
judgment scene.
Right, in the judgment scene. Right, correct.
Right, exactly.
So it's just the story of life, death, resurrection. It's the first, what we would call, story of the Immaculate Conception. Mm-hmm. The story of a virgin birth, and this goes back to recorded about 2400. It's much older story than this, but the earliest records we have are in the Pyramid text,
right? And
they're already talking about it in 2400 BC. So that's about 2400 years before Christ.
Right. Right. Exactly. And
so,
Christ
so
and Christ means anointed. Christ is a title, not a person. And Christ refers to anointed. And we know that when you read like Christianity Before Christ by Dr. John G. Jackson, or The World's Crucified Saviors by Kersey Graves, we know there have been other people who've had the title of Christ as well.
Exactly.
So let me just say this, and I want you to give it.
So in the film, we essentially we reenact that
mm-hmm.
drama, right, with
mm-hmm.
actors, and we have pretty good. They did a pretty good job. We filmed it at a few locations, top secret locations, but we really went all out. It's a top production. We just released a trailer yesterday, a new trailer yesterday. So there's 2 trailers up. Okay. OutofDarknessFilm.com. You guys can go check out the trailers.
Okay.
Lots of great feedback so far. Lots of great feedback. Yeah, people are really loving it.
Well, I've seen some of it, and it's fantastic. And when I was at the Hoppy conference here in Detroit in April 30th and May 1st with Professor James Small, he raves about it as well. I talked to Professor Small about it. We're coming up here on a break in 4 minutes. Give people the details of the screening that's taking place on Wednesday, June 15th at Nandy's Knowledge Cafe.
Yeah, we did a screening of Out of Darkness at 90s to kind of kick off the franchise. So it's only right that we return to 90s Knowledge Cafe. 90's an excellent host. We're going to have a wonderful time. I think you have the flyer posted on your website.
I'm looking for the flyer. Yeah. What's what Nandy sent? Somebody sent it to me. I think it was Nandy. I've got to go through. Hold on. Let me see. I was looking for it. I think Nandy sent it to me. The new one. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. Out of Darkness. And we'll get this up on our new website, theafricanhistorynetwork.com. Because I built a new website the past couple of days, theafricanhistorynetwork.com. June 15th. So it's a $15 donation. It includes popcorn and lemonade. Nandy's Knowledge Cafe is located at 71 Oakman was it Oakman Avenue in Highland Park, Michigan, 71 Oakman Avenue in Highland Park, Michigan. For more information, call 313-865-1288, 313-865-1288 for more information as well. So let people know what's going to take place. I'll be there also. Let people know what's going to take place.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to show, a decent part of the film and have a nice Q&A. You guys will get to talk to me. I fly in the morning, and I haven't been to Detroit. That's my second home. I haven't been to my second home in a while, so I get to fly in the morning and politic and connect with the people. And
right,
we'll have a nice family discussion.
Exactly.
Without the emotion, right?
Right. So we have people of different levels of understanding of history in the African American community, people, different religions. Can people with they don't need a PhD in Africana studies to be able to come to this, do they? I mean, people on all different levels can come, right?
Brother Imhotep, let me tell you something. This film is really made for children.
Okay.
It's really made for children. Not to say that in a condescending way, but the information is really heavy and complex, but
okay,
it's presented in a way that's easily digestible, easily understandable. Everything is referenced. Of course, you're going to have to, everybody, they're going to have to purchase the film.
Right. Okay, do this. Stand by. We're coming up on a break. Amadeuz, we're coming up on a break. We're going to hold you over the break for a few minutes and continue this discussion. Stand by. You listen to the African History Network show right here on 910 AM Superstation, the Future Radio. I'm speaking with director Amadeuz Christ, director of the new documentary, Heavy as the Crown. We'll be back in a few minutes. So visit our new website. The old one is still up, but I'm transferring everything over to the new one. It's easier to navigate. It shows up better on your smartphone and on tablets. Some of my lectures are there right now as well that you can order. It's an easy checkout process also. And you can register for the online history classes that I teach on Saturdays and Sundays. On Saturdays, it is Ancient Kemet, the Moors, and the Ma'afa, understanding the transatlantic slave trade, what they didn't teach you in school. So we deal with thousands of years of history, what leads up to the transatlantic slave trade taking place. Classes on sale, $60, regularly $130. And we do all this. We do the sessions live. All the sessions are archived and recorded. You can go anytime. On Sundays, I teach from the Civil War to the Civil Rights Movement and Black Power, 1865 to 1968. We had a great class today. And one of the things we talked about is the connection between the January 6th, 2021 insurrection attacking the U.S. Capitol building, the domestic terrorists that Donald Trump sent to attack the U.S. Capitol building. We looked at the correlation between that and the political violence that took place during the Reconstruction era, which targeted African Americans, African American elected officials, and white Republicans who were elected officials who were allies of African Americans. Okay, so we talked about that also. All right, I want to go back to Amadeuz Christ here. So Amadeuz, right before the break, you were talking about the screening that's taking place of your new film, Heavy as the Crown, at Nanny's Knowledge Cafe. And Toby sent me the new updated flyer, which looks really good. So we're going to bring that up on the screen also. Okay, so go ahead and give us some more information.
Yeah, like I said, we're just going to have a nice family discussion and show a good portion of the film, and you guys will get a chance to have a nice Q&A with the director and myself, who will be in the building.
Okay.
And we'll take it from there. I kind of like these things to be really organic, right? And just kind of talk to the people and answer their questions. So
exactly.
I don't really have a script. I feel at home at 90s.
Right.
And, I get a chance to see my Detroit family. And like I said, we'll just have a nice family discussion. Exactly.
Now, I'm going to bring the new flyer up here on the screen as well. New flyer looks really good for this for the screening that's taking place at 71 Oakman Avenue in Highland Park, Michigan. So what has been some of the response that you have received so far from the film?
The response has been great. We've held the #1 and #2 slot on iTunes movie charts for the African genre.
Okay. Excellent. Congratulations.
Consecutively for at least the last 2 or 3 weeks. So the reviews have been great. You know, the people have responded well. You know, it's literally been exhausting. You know, because I take the time back to respond to people individually, right?
Okay.
I don't want to be the guy that's just super unreachable, so I really take the time to respond to each and every person. I request reviews, you know, from people. So honestly, you know, I kind of thought there would be more of a maybe negative reviews than what we have, you know, but all in all, the film was crafted in a way where it didn't attack religion at all. Right. I don't think anybody would be offended by the film. I think it just Africanizes a lot of what we already believe.
Right.
So it's not like I'm not asking you to throw away anything. I'm just asking you to kind of expand on it. Right.
Right.
It's time to just graduate a little bit to the next level and just kind of expand our knowledge. You know, so that's really what it's about.
Yeah, I understand where all of this came from.
The people, the people appreciate it.
Okay, excellent. So once again, the screening is taking place at Nandy's Knowledge Cafe, 71 Oakland Avenue, Highland Park, Michigan, Wednesday, June 15th. It's a $15 donation, and it includes popcorn and lemonade, and there'll also be a discussion. I'll be there as well. So look out for me also. All right. Well, look, brother, how can people get in contact with you if they want to schedule a screening in their city or something like that? How can people get in contact with you to set something up like that? Or are you looking to do screenings in other cities?
Absolutely. There's a couple screenings in motion. Most people just either contact me through Instagram, which is @Amadeuz Christ, or you can send me a message on the Facebook, which is facebook.com /Out of Darkness Film.
Okay.
Our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com Building 7. The V is actually a 7, so it's Building FE7EN.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an easy Google search away. So, also my IMDb has my email information for anybody that's in the industry. They can access me that way.
Okay.
I'm not hard to find.
Exactly.
You know?
Let people know who's in the film. We know Professor James Small and Professor Kabahaya Kamene, who are two of my teachers. We had them here on the show in April of 2022. Also, Tony Browder is in there as well.
Tony Browder in there.
His Tony daughter, on the show.
Atlantis Browder, and I want to give a special shout out to Tony because he brought me to Kemet twice and Sudan. So Tony is a real big part of this project. You know, because there's a lot of footage from the film. Pretty much everything that you see is all original footage from Kemet. You know, so I want people to understand that, you know, this is not just pictures and images tied together. This is actual footage, and I'm taking you inside these temples, and, you know, this is the real deal. So, so Tony's in there. His daughter, Atlantis Browder's in there. She did an excellent job.
Right.
We got David Banner. David Banner is in there. And Fudishi Jehutimas is in there.
We had Fudishi on the show in April.
Dr. Wade Nobles, and also we have Sabir Bey and Taj Tariq Bey. So again, we have the all-star lineup. There's no shortage of information.
Exactly.
You know, you could watch this movie 10 times and still not get everything. So it's worth it. It's worth your time and your money.
Exactly.
And they could pick it up. It's streaming on every major platform: Apple TV, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon Prime, Vudu, Fandango. We just signed a deal with Ubiquity, and we have a lot of other distributors knocking at the door ready to take it international. We're already international.
And we're also a distributor of it as well, the African History Network. We're also a distributor of the film also. So we have it at AfricanHistoryNetwork.com, theAfricanHistoryNetwork.com, our new website. We have the film there. You can order it on DVD also. Okay, brother. Well, look, man, I'll see you Wednesday. It's good talking to you. And we're going to have a good time at Nandy's Knowledge Cafe, all right?
All right. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
All right, peace. Okay, everybody, and be sure to visit our new website, theafricanhistorynetwork.com, theafricanhistorynetwork.com, and we have the documentary Out of Darkness there, Heavy as the Crown, if you want to order it there as well, if you can't make it to the screening. We have it at our website, theafricanhistorynetwork.com. Listen to the African History Network show. We'll be back in a few minutes.
The work that I do is larger than the fashion industry. It's larger than the art world. And I believe that I was born to bring newness into this world. I'm Kaima McIntyre. I'm 24 years old and I'm an artist. I create everything from paintings to jewelry design, metaphysical jewelry to be specific, and fashion design. The only reason why my prom dress went viral is because people needed it. Within a few days of going viral, Notori Naughton reached out to me and she's like, I saw your dress, can you make me a dress? I was equally as shocked to be asked by a celebrity to design their dress at the age of 17. That's just one person, and the list just continues to go on to Janet Jackson, to Tyra Banks. It really hits home. That means that the discussion is happening on the grounds in real time.
IDO Network International, in collaboration with STL Black Woman, DACA, and ACTA, present the Royal Pilgrimage to the Americas, August 24th through the 28th. The African kings and queens are coming to you for business, networking, and sharing of Pan-African ideals. The venue will be the illustrious En Garde Arts Hotel in St. Louis, Missouri. A royal cultural experience and exhibitions, trade and investment opportunities in Africa, the Caribbean, and the Americas. A Royal Pan-African Summit hosting keynote speakers and a red carpet banquet. Come and witness an African royal coronation ceremony. Register at www.idonetwork.org to book your ticket to wine and dine with African royalty. Vendor opportunities available. Get face-to-face with the royals who own the land and resources for business. Contact DACA for deal room information at 602-730-4572.
What does self-care mean to you? To us, it's an opportunity to reconnect with nature. A chance to create something remarkable. At Sage and Elm Apothecary, our handcrafted skincare and household products immerse you in Earth's sweetest nectar, connecting you to nature in a way you never imagined. See for yourself and visit us at sageandelmapothecary.com.
iRedify is a Black-owned digital platform that showcases Black and Brown cultures and people. The books on the platform are written by African-American authors, Afro-Caribbean authors, African authors, and so much more. Kids 14 and under can read ebooks, listen to audiobooks, and complete learning activities. Kids can even write in the books digitally. Get unlimited access to everything on the platform for only $8.99 a month at iRedify.com. Sign up for your membership today.